Hey everyone. Before I post day 6 and 7 meals, I wanted to go over what I was going to do is post day 6 and then talk about my takeaways from this challenge. But I haven't made supper yet, so what I'll do is make this video about my takeaways from the challenge, and then either later tonight or tomorrow I'll post day 6 lunch and supper. Alright, so I went ahead and wrote down some takeaways from this challenge, so I just wanted to go over that with you. Alright, so I have them written down right here. Alright, so my first takeaway is if I only had $20 to eat for that week, I could do it. And this challenge proved that. And keep in mind also that not everybody has a Dollar Tree available to them. And some people only have a Dollar Tree available to them. So it's one or the other. Now, for me, I have an abundance of options here. We have 2 Walmarts in town, a Meijer, an Aldi, Pick and Save, a Festival. So my options for finding cheap food, if you will, not that there is cheap food, but something to stay within that $20, I have options here, but not everybody has all the options like I do. So this worked for me. It may not work for others. So my takeaway for me is if something happened and if it were just me on my own and all I had was $20 to eat for the week, I could do it. And this challenge proved it. So that was my first takeaway. And there was a really good comment made. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name offhand, but the comment was something to the effect that it was I learned a good lesson in that we eat what we have to rather than what we may want to. It went to something to that effect. So thank you for that comment. That's exactly true. Did I want to eat all of this? Not necessarily. I would have chosen other things to eat, but this was in my budget, so that's what I had to eat. So yeah, that's my first takeaway. My second takeaway is I missed, it's been a long week of a challenge. I missed several foods that I'm used to having on a daily basis if I want them. First, you know I miss my cheese. So I missed cheese. I did not have cheese on my food and I missed it greatly. But I did it. So I did not have, and when I'm talking cheese, I'm talking like shredded cheese, like, Monterey Jack or Cheddar Jack or just cheddar or whatever, that kind of cheese. I'm not talking sliced cheese or anything like that. The only thing I use sliced cheese on is a sandwich or a breakfast sandwich. So I don't necessarily use it in other foods. For me, that's just a different taste. So I missed having foods that I normally would have available to me, like cheese, and even something little as applesauce. Now, they had applesauce there, but I would have had to have given something else up, so it wasn't in my budget. But normally, like with a meal, I might have a cup of applesauce or a cup of chocolate pudding or, vanilla pudding or something like that. So I missed having those things to eat with my meals. So, potatoes, I didn't have any potatoes. I didn't buy any instant mashed potatoes. I didn't have any actual potatoes, fresh potatoes. I didn't have any potatoes at all this week. And normally I would have had some potatoes this week. and potatoes available to me, so I really missed that. And avocados. You know I love my avocados, and I did not have those available to me, and I really missed those because, yeah, I like to eat avocados a lot, and I did not have any. And one of the last things, I mean, I'm sure I could name a whole bunch of stuff that I missed having, but the last things were tacos. I love tacos. Yes, I had bean burritos, and they were good. It was probably one of the better things I had, but I really missed tacos, like real tacos. So yeah, as soon as this challenge is over. So yeah, I missed having foods that are normally an option for me on a daily basis. Another takeaway is I missed breakfast. I did not budget for breakfast, and that hurt a lot. In the mornings, I was very hungry. So what I did, because I didn't, and somebody had made a comment that I probably could have made the cookies and had a couple for breakfast, and I could have done that, but I would have been just wanting something else. So what I did was, when I woke up, when I was up early, and, you know, took Gypsy out and took care of Glenn and took care of things, you know, in the morning, I actually just went back to sleep. I did. I went back to sleep because I would have sat there like hungry for hours until lunchtime. So I went back to sleep. Now, could I have taken some of this food? Because obviously when I showed you what I had left, I could have taken some of that food and made another meal for breakfast, but yeah, it just wasn't breakfast for me, you know. Yeah, I missed breakfast. For breakfast, I like either having an oatmeal or eggs with bacon and a tortilla, or a whole breakfast burrito, or, you know, things like that. And I really missed it. So as soon as I was done with my morning stuff, I went back to sleep and I pretty much almost slept until lunchtime almost. And that's how I got through it. In another, I would never do that again because I really missed breakfast. All right. Another takeaway was I was lacking protein. I usually have a protein every day, almost. And not that I necessarily need it, but when you have it every day, I think your body just becomes accustomed to it. And when you don't have it for like a week, it was just like I was lacking something. And not necessarily beef, maybe ground beef, like for tacos or something. But for me, it was chicken. I love chicken, and I eat chicken more than beef. And I was really lacking that and missing it. Yes, I have the 2 cans canned chicken, and there was a couple comments if I would have used the canned chicken with the water. They did not have that. Normally they always did, and I was figuring I was going to get the canned chicken with water. It would have worked great, but go figure, the one time I go to get the food for a challenge, they didn't have it. All they had was the chicken with gravy, and in that canned chicken with the gravy, there's hardly any chicken at all. It's mostly gravy, and there were just little pieces of chicken in there. So yeah, and but I really missed actual protein. I felt like I was missing something in my body, but I'm very much a chicken eater. And I was really missing that. So, all right. Another takeaway was I was hungry a lot. I could have eaten bigger portions, but I wanted to make sure I was able to stretch my meals out for the entire week. And when I was growing up, we were poor. We didn't have a lot of money, and our almost everyday meals included refried beans, papitas, which are diced potatoes, chorizo with eggs, and a tortilla. Sometimes that was breakfast, lunch, and dinner for us. All 3 meals consisted of either all or some of those things. And so when I was eating this week, I was like really feeling hungry, like I was really missing that 3rd meal, and the snack in between. Okay, where was I? Oh, missing snacks. Normally throughout the day I'll have a snack or two, and I didn't have that. And again, I probably could have taken some of the food, like another hot dog, and just ate a hot dog or something in between. But I didn't. And again, it goes back to making sure you have enough food to last the entire week. And maybe that goes back to me growing up where we didn't have a lot of food, and you're trying to save it or hoard it, if you will. So, all right. So yeah, I was hungry a lot, and I think maybe if I budgeted breakfast in there, that might have made a difference for me. So point taken for next time. Another point taken. If I did this challenge again, I would go with different foods. Maybe a couple of them might be the same, but I would try to find different foods and recipes. I know the ramen noodles, you can do so much with the ramen noodles. And I think I would probably still take ramen noodles because you can make so many different things with it. But other than that, I would probably go some different foods and some the same, but a couple I would change out. And I think like the stir fry, rice is always good to have. It's always good to have rice. And the stir fry was good for one night, but I didn't particularly care for it the second night. It had a different taste. I ate it, but I didn't care for it. So I don't know if I'd make the same amount again. If I did that again, I would probably just make it for one night. And as it is with leftovers, I don't really like leftovers for more than the second night. So, but, and I would do a bigger budget for breakfast, as I just said in the last point taken. Definitely a bigger budget with breakfast in there would have been feasible, and that could have resolved some of the hunger issues. And let's see. Also, what I would, if I did this again, and I'm glad I did this challenge first, because now I look forward to maybe putting some actual protein in my meals for the next challenge. But if I did this challenge again with the Dollar Tree, and it'll be a long time before I do, I would probably seek out some of those $3 items. And I think, like, we have 3 Dollar Trees here in town, and the one on the south side has different things than the north side, and we're on the north side. So I would also seek out, like, some of them have like Texas toast. I might make a spaghetti and have Texas toast with it as garlic bread, something like that, something that's more filling, and I'll be, full on it. So, and my last takeaway, I would shop at a different Dollar Tree. Not that this Dollar Tree didn't have a lot to offer, but as I said, the one on the south side, or the south side, has different things to offer. And I know when I've been there, like the pasta, I took the elbow macaroni, but I know on the south side, I've seen like egg noodles there. I've seen bow tie noodles, which I would have actually preferred. So yeah, next time if I do a Dollar Tree challenge, I would definitely do a different Dollar Tree here in town. So yeah, those were some of my takeaways. And if I think of any tonight or tomorrow, I'll go ahead and include them as I close out this challenge. So I'll go ahead and upload the takeaways. And then, like I said, either tonight or tomorrow, you'll get day 6, lunch and dinner, or lunch and supper. And but no promises that it'll come out tonight. So I keep saying you'll get it tonight, and then I don't do it. So I won't promise that. I'll just upload as I can. But I just wanted to share those takeaways with you. And a lot of you have brought up, you know, some really good points and different recipes, and I appreciate that. But if you took something away from this challenge that I did, drop it down in the comments, and because maybe you took away something I didn't take away, and so we can just all share that. All right, so that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you saw my takeaways, and hopefully it helped somebody out there. So thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch my videos. I appreciate all of you and the support you give my channel. And with that, remember to live life, be good to yourself, and be good to others. Until next time.